just woke up and I'm getting this prepared to be sent out. Yes, I picked the winner for it last Saturday and I'm shipping it out the next Saturday. But I have so much to do. Hello everyone. Today we have a lot of stuff on the itinerary, or at least I feel like I do. One thing I will probably blow off, which is a company luncheon / picnic for the plumbing company I work for. That's at 1 o'clock. But I have the high-low giveaway to mail off right now. The IERC Snowball, the Avalanche. And I haven't even touched that. I got another truck that I showed off on my live stream that's 90% now because I couldn't leave well enough alone when I was 3D printing parts. But now I'm 2 weeks away from Proline, and the last stuff that I need 3D printed has to be designed. And then on top of that, I need to get an oil change for this pile that I'm driving right now. And I've been driving around all week with a headlight and a tail light out, so I need to drop by an AutoZone as well. Yeah, it's a fun Saturday morning. All right. Got that done, got that mailed out. Try to hit any small children. I'm gonna now head back to the house and try to design a servo on axle mount for a Capra axle that can also hold a battery on the back of it. So let's get 10 minutes down the road back to the house and work on that. Just got done running a bunch of errands. Got the oil changed, got some headlights and taillights replaced in this thing, so I figure I would formally introduce everyone to Yuki, my 1998 4Runner. And before you ask, no, it's two-wheel drive. Okay, my seat's taken. I am currently printing some parts that I downloaded and thought were useful, but almost halfway done with it and I'm almost out of filament. So I'm gonna have to do a hot swap for a new roll. I also have made this servo mount design for that Capra axle, and to be perfectly honest, I'd use this as kind of a template from someone else's file on Thingiverse maybe, and I modeled it not 100% exact, but pretty close to how they modeled theirs. But I used a low profile servo because there's not very much room up there. Another hour and 45 minutes. So I'm gonna get this filament swapped over. And I also forgot, somehow, some way, my positive battery lead came off of my XT60 on the Night Runner, because I kind of want to drive this again. So what I'm gonna do is put this one on here, and then as this feeds in there, you chase the new filament in right behind the old one. I need to flip this around actually. And just take it out and chase it in right as the old filament is getting used up. Just like that. Uninterrupted printing. As per usual, this place is a disaster after I get some work done. It is late. I did get some stuff done. I just lost momentum more and more through the day, and I'm at my low point, I guess you could say, but then again, I could just be tired. But I am really, really proud of one thing, and that's the thing sitting in my lap. I got some sliders that I found on one of the depositories. That was pretty cool. It's free, and it just mocked right up. I got the servo mount done. There's all kinds of clearance in there for it. Now I just need to find a freaking battery that's that big. But the thing I am the most proud of are these. They clamp onto the cage and are friction fit to that standoff, and they work. It is the first and only time so far that I have sat down and designed something and it worked better than I hoped it did. I know my voice doesn't sound like it, but I'm proud of that. There's still a little bit of ways to go on this. I plan on robbing the low profile servo out of the H10 to put in here, because that's what I designed it for, was a low profile servo. I need to take this motor and rotate it to get the wires out of the way so I can put this Sidewinder 4 on this slider. It fits, but just barely. And once I get those things sorted out, this can go on a test run, hopefully, fingers crossed, before Proline. But that's not the only thing I was working on. But I was also working on this. So I will get everyone a breakdown that didn't watch my live stream. The body is the Falcon Phoenix body. Amazon oil slick beadlocks with some used trenchers that have 3D printed foams in them. You can see I didn't realize there was double-sided tape already on that. But there's a 1080, the little joystick remote receiver, stock Vanquish motor with a VFD in between some green Rock Pirates Interceptor rails. I had a random Eco Power laying around, so I threw that in there. This got built and put together solely because of 3D printing. I 3D printed the bumper mount. I 3D printed these body mounts to use the Phoenix hinge front. Please do not judge my link being used for the swivel, for the rod for the swivel. It's what I had. I 3D printed some generic sliders. 3D printed another bumper mount back here. The only thing I have left, and I wish I could 3D print them, is drive shafts, because if I don't hold on to it, it just goes wherever it wants. I think I have some drive shafts I can dig out tomorrow morning, because I want to test this too. I'm gonna call it a day here This morning I felt like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. Felt like I was always late to everything that I was doing. I got stuff accomplished today. I just gotta put it that way. I got stuff accomplished today. Hello everyone. Good morning. I am doing some work on the H10 so I can get the little spinner out that I need for the green build over here. It's gonna make some people mad, but I put a red cat servo in here. Hey, it works. I am taking out the overdrive servo. I gotta look for a set screw to go and lock it in the big overdrive, but I'm keeping the dig and I'm moving it to the 3rd channel. I'm doing all this musical chairs with stuff on this build because I got one of these on Labor Day sale. So that's gonna be going in the front and going on channel 4 so I can use the selectable switch. And we're gonna see how well that works. Well, that progress didn't last very long. I could have swore somewhere in this mess of a room I had a DSM winch kit with like some winch line and a hook and hardware to help with it and everything. But for the life of me, I cannot find it. So I'm gonna do a couple other things to other trucks, and then I might go to Walmart and just pick up some fishing line. We'll try that. This was a productive 2 days. Got quite a bit done, and I'll show it off to you here in a second, but I just wanted to give a rundown. I took a count and I'm taking damn near 8 trucks to Proline by the Fire. 3 of them I'm hoping not to come home with. I think only 2 of them I have left to really like hardcore work on. And the best I saved for last because it kind of scares me. But I got the night runner up and running, dialed in, ready to go. That may be like a surprise appearance out at Proline. The last minute throw together, the Rock Pirates Interceptor with the Falcon Phoenix body. I think I put this together in like a day and a half. So it goes to show you don't have to be scared of these trucks. Just start throwing parts together. If they don't go together, and try another option. But this one was pleasant, and I honestly can't wait to see how it drives. There will probably be a running video on this next weekend, so we can stay tuned for that. But I'm really stoked about how this one turned out. Chuffed, as Matt would say. But I also got this operational as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I will introduce to you as the Green Hammer. This is why you don't leave nicknames up to me. That's why the Avalanche is named Snowball. You come up with shit that's called the Green Hammer. It is an IERC Empire chassis. I can never keep straight which is which. I think it's the Empire chassis. Metal, Chinese, Amazon, capper axles, front and rear, a Mofo RC little spinner servo, TRX4 shocks. Underneath is kind of a mishmash of a Sidewinder 4 with a 10 shock 2400 kV, I think it is. I'd have to check. All hooked up to a Radiolink radio. I am especially proud of these 3D printed mounts that just snap on to that brace. Shift RC beadlock wheels with J Concepts tires. Amazon dual stage foams. It's funny, I know what those feel like now. This thing is hopefully set up to be a line killer. It did amazing last time I ran it, but also didn't have it set up quite that well, so did a little comb over on it. 3D printed this battery tray slash servo mount, so hopefully the 853S's that I ordered fit in there. If not, I'll figure it out. But the only things I have left is doing a comb over on Snowball, which I'm fearing is going to have to redesign one of the fender wells because the way the door mounts into the body, one of the posts broke off internally, and if I hit too much of an angle, the door swings open and falls off the truck, and I don't want that to happen and be embarrassing at Proline. But I also just need to give a once over on the electronics, make sure everything's there. I can't remember if I stole the servo out of it or not. And then I got a little SCX24 back over there I want to throw together a little better and put in the back of Snowball as kind of like a joke. The thing's tiny in the bed. I also have a crap ton of bead locks to assemble on a couple sets of tires. Tires sitting down here underneath my desk. There's tires right here I need to test out on vehicles. There's another little car that I got from Labor Day sales that needs to be taken out of the box and videoed. There's a bunch of stuff I need to do, but I'm trying to put blinders on and focus on Proline by the Fire. So please be patient if the next week and a half there aren't many videos here, but I will try my best to give people updates. That's all for now. I'll see everyone in the next video.